There's no danger of me not falling asleep later.
Well, good for you.
I'm an old man now, so always dozing off. I wake up about 3:00 in the morning, but I'm always dozing off in the afternoon.
It's at 4:00 in the afternoon. Sledge of sleep. That's always.
Yep, absolutely.
Always comes.
It's just that wall of lethargy that just hits you. Oh God.
So at 11:00, then you can just mosey along down to your workshop and work until the sun rises. That's nice.
Yes, if I wouldn't annoy the neighbours with the noise.
Oh yeah.
Do sneaky making.
How much noise does it take to paint? Or have you settled on a color scheme and are happy yet?
You have to consider the yelling as well and the cursing.
Yeah.
Oh no. That just exercise. That just comes out as a silent rage.
Swearing under your breath.
Fucking idiot made these fucking decisions.
Is that the voiceover for the next video?
Pretty much. Well, no, I mean there is. In the next video, there are a couple of segues and segments of real talk about project scope creep, mission creep, and paint choices which were not good. But that's all covered, and it's all done now. The cart crate is complete. It is ready for me to take to work and fill up with all kinds of crap.
So how do you store the stuff that you want to store in that thing now? Or is this new stuff coming into the office as well?
Well, effectively, I used to use like a little 2-drawer filing cabinet, which fit absolutely perfectly under my old desk. And the top cabinet had like a little caddy in it with some tools and pens and scissors and knives and glue and tape. And that'll all live in one drawer. And then behind that caddy, there's just stuff you've got in the office, just things that you can't possibly throw away but need somewhere to live.
Yeah.
So they will all move in there, and then I'll probably get rid of that filing cabinet because I won't really have much use for it anymore, and it'll free up a bit of space in the office. It'll go somewhere, or it'll end up in a skip. And if it ends up in a skip, then I'll probably end up bringing it home.
And the circle completes.
And so it completes, indeed. And yay, and so it was prophesized. Because there is a couple of little, like the little Bisley slim drawer cabinets that we've got in the office, and I've always had my eye on them. I thought, what on earth am I ever going to use those for? Because I got that other one from that workshop that was being taken down. The big tall one with the little slim drawers in it.
Yeah.
I think there's 20 drawers in it. I think I've got stuff in about 3 of them. Because I don't have a lot of small stuff.
Yet.
And any small parts I have are all in like those sorting boxes.
Yeah.
So
you want, I mean, that's not for the small stuff, but the semi-small, medium stuff?
Semi-small and flat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got one which has got little bits of metal in, like sheets of copper. One which is paintbrushes, and one which is like green. It's got a name. It's like the green abrasive pads.
Okay,
yeah. And all the rest are empty.
So if anyone wants to gift Phil something that fits in an was that an A5 size?
Sort of A5 wise, but sort of like A3 long. They're very narrow, but they're very long. Ridiculous.
Okay, so really tiny rifles.
Yes, please send all your tiny rifles to the usual
Maybe
address.
a sword or two.
Well, maybe not a sword, but perhaps some daggers. No, that just raises too many questions at the post office. Daggers again, is it? Yeah.
We talked about this. Yes.
It's fine.
They're poking holes through our hands. It's not nice.
It's not
They
even
have to
that
wrap them
sharp.
better.
It's a letter opener. You of all should understand.
Yeah, but you can't
Oh, we
post
don't.
it
We
as a
don't do
letter.
letters. We don't do letters anymore. Oh, sorry.
No, it's just parcels now. I can't remember the last time we got any actual post. And I swear
No.
they only come when they've got a parcel to deliver. And all the other times it's like, well, we'll send the letter when we deliver the parcel.
You know, the problem is that I discussed this earlier today with my mother, that there is a cycle of 30 years. Something need to exist for 30 years. Then the people who learn to know that thing got to live a life, grow up, now make, cash they can spend, and then they start getting nostalgic for that thing. Now, of course, all the postal services around the world are now they're not doing letters anymore. So in 30 odd years time, sending letters again, it's going to be the new vinyl. But the problem is I'm going to be too old then to cash in on that, which is a bit sad, because at some point someone all right, let's make a service just sending letters around. Let's not type or use our thumbs on touch screens anymore. Let's find feathery pens and ink and send paper to each other. So then you have this second renaissance of postal services.
Well, you say that now, but the kids of today, I can't speak for internationally, of course, but handwriting is not something which is taught over here anymore. And you can really tell when the kids get to the age they do when they come to my place. There's no cursive joined up writing. It is basically crayon in fist. Imagine what that's going to be in 30 years' time.
Yeah, I kind of see the same thing here, that they're not as strict with the lettering as they were in my days. I mean, sure, there's the cursive stuff seems, that was going out the window already back in my day. I feel like they didn't really care. Just we did something that was, linked the letters together roughly, then it was okay and we could move on. But the way I was taught how to draw letters, that's not how they do it now. And my youngest, that crayon fist you talk about, it's not far from how he uses the pen. And his teacher seems fine with it. And I was like, back in my days, we had these plastic triangles that he put on the pens to make you hold them the correct way, and you draw a letter starting from this point and going. But now they start at a different end. Yeah, it's.
Did you not have your handwriting practice books with your separate lines for upper and lower case?
Yes, that we used that.
Yeah.
There were photocopies of photocopies, but still the same principle. But
I think
no.
It's good news for us, isn't it? Because we can sell our services to the Secret Service. So what do you bring to the table? I can read and write in cursive, because today, at least in Norway, the MI5 and MI6 of Norway, they are now hiring IT personnel because everything is on computers. But at some point, you need someone who can communicate in such a way that it can't be deciphered with AI and powerful machinery. And that's going to be give us a fax machine and a feather pen, and will communicate the most beautiful messages which cannot be interpreted by anyone else.
We've run it through our most advanced AI filters and we still don't know what the message says. So we've brought in Haavard, scribe for hire.
Exactly.
Takes one look at it and says, "Yeah, this isn't the launch codes. This isn't some secret plot. This is someone's shopping list.
Exactly.
They want some milk. They want some carrots, some nice chocolate."
And at some point, they won't know what a shopping list is, so they're trying to decipher what does carrots mean. That is missiles, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
It must be.
Milk, rocket fuel, surely.
Yep.
5 gallons. That's.
Just nuke them to be safe.
From the before times when you used to go to a shop and buy things, you didn't have it delivered, or it wasn't an independent subscription. I went to a outdoor supply shop today. It's very imaginatively titled "Go Outdoors."
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to buy a little fold-up camping stool. Very small. Keep it in the back of the car. So when you're out and about in the woods, you want to have a coffee, or whatever. Pop out your little camping stool. Has always got somewhere dry and relatively comfortable to sit. According to the website, the Bristol store's got 8 in stock. I was going up to that part of town anyway. I thought, I'll drop in. I'll go and buy one. I'm not going to order it online. I'll just go into the shop and buy one. Yeah. Keep it local-ish. Keep your high street alive. And oh my God. I went in there. I went upstairs to where they keep the chairs and stuff. I had a look around. Couldn't see it. So I grabbed a bored-looking person. I brought it up on my phone. I said, I'm looking for these. You've got 8 of them. Oh, yeah, they're probably out the back. Go on then. Oh, well, if it's not out, then it would have been a delivery, right? So it'll be out the back. But yes, we've established that it's out the back. Well, it won't have been unpacked yet, right? Well, they'll all be out on the shop floor tomorrow. Well, I'm not here tomorrow. I'm here now. How about you pop out the back and go and get me one? And you can't give me any shit about it being understaffed or busy, because it is neither busy, and I know that there's 3 people downstairs stood around by the tills having a natter, so you're not understaffed. So off you go. Getting really into I'm leaning really into being nearly 50. Miserable old man.
I just had management training,
Yeah. And he was just umming and ahhing and just looking for any excuse, really, just not to go and get me one of these things. So I said to him, "What's your name?" James. I said, "James, don't worry yourself about it.
I believe in you."
And just left. And I've ordered one on Amazon, and it's arriving tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he could have gone in the back and just had a 2-minute break, and then come back and say, "Oh no, it was under a big heavy thing, and I'm not forklift certified, and I can't fit that, or I can't reach it," or some good lie, instead of standing there and
instead of just
pretending,
just standing there and just basically saying, "I can't be bothered."
Yeah.
So,
but not having the decency to say, "I can't be bothered."
Yeah. It's like this is high street retail. Everyone that walks through the front door should be a blessing at this point.
Yesterday I had that same philanthropic thought. I was gonna save the high street, so I went on a one-man mission because I need new shoes. And that's the one thing I don't order online, although I know what size I wear. You need to try shoes. So of course I went in, dragged my youngest daughter along to the most boring quest ever, the various shoe stores, and then You find shoes that might fit, and you try them on, and you do that pirate walk with just one shoe on for a few meters up and down between a couple of aisles, and then this will do. Went home, and today I've used them the entire day walking around the city, and it turns out they're too hard. So now my knees hurt. So these weren't the shoes for me, but I mean, once you find that out, you can't turn them back, obviously. And then just by chance, I stumbled over a store that sells discount shoes, and these have specialized themselves in the kind of shoes that I'm looking for, because I try to buy those barefoot shoes with a wide toe box.
Yeah.
But they are usually very thin soled.
Yep.
But I want the wide shoes, but also with a bit of cushioning, and those are a rare gem. But this store had 3 or 4 brands in all the sizes at a discounted price. And of course, this shop is also closing down because it's on the high street and people aren't going to buy shoes from them anymore. It feels so wrong. I just spent money on shoes, and I wear out those in a year. So now my knees are gonna hurt for a year until I wear out these shoes, because I am a greedy bastard that don't want to spend money on a new set of shoes. And then, of course, I went home and I thought about it, and now I changed my mind. God damn it, I'm going to buy those shoes. But that store doesn't open until late tomorrow, and we are leaving. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. But luckily, I took some pictures of those shoes, so I can order them online. Feel a bit bad for that store who is closing down because they don't have customers. And I was in the store, was trying the shoes, now I want to buy them, but I'm going to order them online. But it's not their fault. They were really helpful. Sorry to say.
Yeah, I usually, when my shoes are on the last leg, I just get new ones and stock up my own store, so to say, in the closet, and then I can't really throw away shoes until they're really broken. So I usually have some, just open the wardrobe and see what's in it, what can I wear for this season.
Yeah, 'cause that's I do the same. When I find something I like, I wear it out. And there were holes in my shoes. They were really worn out, so I just threw them away, because that will force me to get new shoes, because we are going away for a week and there will be a lot of walking. I need new shoes. So I threw them away. So now I have a set of shoes that makes my knees hurt, which is good.
Yeah,
But
they all go through that phase, doesn't it, of fancy, and then they're worn in a bit, so they're every day, and then they're yard shoes.
and the problem is, when they're closing to being yard shoes, they are worn in. They are perfect. It's the best shoes you can ever wear, and then they fall apart, and you have to get new ones, and then it takes you half a year to break them in. It's a story of my life, basically. And I have also, and this is many years ago, I was inspired by Ali Spagnola. So at some point I said, when I find a good set of shoes, I'll buy 2, because then when I wear them out, if they're good shoes, I have an extra pair. So I don't have to go to the store. I can just go in the cupboard and like, ta-da, got the same pair of shoes, just new. And then I thought, I'm going to buy one in green and one in blue, so I can have one of each color on my feet. But the problem is, shoes, decent shoes are relatively expensive. And then spending twice the amount of money just to put one pair in storage for between 1 to 2 years, it's, yeah, then the greedy part pops up again.
Oh, I don't know. We had that conversation with your trousers, didn't you? What's the greater value proposition? Ones that you sort of like wear one on, one off, or you keep it in reserve? Over the years, what's
The
better?
the problem is, I bought another pair of trousers, but I'm using both of them. So I could do that with shoes as well. But we are a family of 4 with a really relatively small hallway, so it's a sea of shoes already. So if I'm going to start just keeping double of all my shoes, because longevity, then someone is going to get pissed.
Yeah, that's probably true. So you need to build a better shoe storage for your.
I was going to say you need yourself a lovely shoe rack, tiered.
Yeah, belt driven, and then Raspberry Pi. So what are you going? You're going for a walk. How long? What's the weather like? It's raining. You need wellies. And then shunk, that's what's arrive by pneumatic tube. One tube per shoe.
Yeah, or you make it more interesting, having 2 spinny wheels, and then it lands at tick tick tick. Oh, clogs for the left foot and wellies for the right. I'll spin again.
Because on average, that will be the perfect for the weather, according to the algorithm. Or I could have 2 holes in the wall, so you just stick your feet in, and then boom, boom, and you got shoes on.
That couldn't possibly go wrong, could it?
No way. Glory hole foot fetish. It's gonna be a good video title, at least.
Wait, hold on. I've just found the episode title. Glory hole foot fetish. I'm writing it down now.
If you're new to this podcast and you came here because of this clickbaity title, we are sorry, but also welcome. Enjoy the stay. I guess it's short, but it was nice having you here.
They've already left.
Yeah.
Well, that depends. They might have a really specific kink.
Maybe they'll talk a bit more about it later.
Yeah, well, it's more appropriate for the half pint, so come back on Tuesday.
Yeah, we keep all the fetish topics are kept to half pints usually. So yeah.
Stick a pin in the fetishes, which is also
well, it could be a fetish. That so.
Oh, goodness! Has anyone done any making this week? Or have we all been on holiday and all been doing much more interesting things?
I mean, I was going to double back to that actually to ask you. You said you finished the cart, and then is filling it up and using it a part of some B-roll footage that you need to make, or can we expect a video soon?
Yes. So I wanna put stuff in it and show it in place. So that's not going to happen until Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Monday, when I actually go back to work, who knows what the state of the nation will be? So,
yeah, we're really living hand to mouth at this point.
Yeah, so we may, I may have all kinds of nonsense to deal with on Monday. So,
or nothing at all.
Or nothing at all. If it's nothing at all, then the filling of drawers and the creation of B-roll will all be happening. But I might turn up and someone hands me a fire extinguisher and, oh, glad you're here.
I mean, that is coming back to work after vacation, especially in the summertime. It's really a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
That's what...
Anything happening? Nah.
It's the last...
Oh, yeah.
It's the last thing you want to hear when you join work after holiday. Oh, thank God Phil's there.
Well, I've got my out of office on, and I just, because I just can't help myself. Randomly, yesterday, Monday, I had a quick look at my email and messages. First time in a week. So I turned on the work phone, and I had several missed Teams calls, loads and loads of emails. Are you on site today? So no. Well, if you messaged me, you would have got the automatic response saying I'm not here. But then you wouldn't get that until you sent me one message. But then there's more messages after that. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. I'm not here. Read the automatic response which says I'm not here. Don't keep sending me messages.
I mean, sometimes screaming at the void helps a bit, but
maybe. So I just sent back a bunch of very short messages saying back Monday. Speak to help desk. someone might help you.
Yeah, that's why every time I need to check some stuff, and maybe I have a look at the emails and that sort of thing. I do it at the very not office hours, so no one can accidentally get hold of me. So I mean that's Sunday night at 10 p.m. or something like that.
Very sensible.
Because I'm just popping in. I'm not really here, but so you know, this is what I can tell you right now. Otherwise, we'll speak again in a few weeks.
Yep, I'll speak to you when I'm back. I'm not here. I'm really not here.
I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Yep.
You did not receive this email. I was never here. This never happened.
You are hallucinating this.
This is just your last pieces of your fragile mind imagining a solution to your problem.
But let's put a pin in screaming into the void. Then we'll come back to that, or we'll double back to that, as they say in corporate. But then it's up to you, KJ, to save the this maker podcast actually being a maker podcast, because you have a video out.
Yes, I mean that's the only making I've done. I managed to publish that finally. I mean, I'm working on the project for half a year, thinking about it longer. So yeah, finally, the soft trousers are out, and I can finally be done with them. So that's nice. I mean, I'm really happy with the trousers. Not that happy with the video, but that was the best I could do with what I had. And I have to stop trying to do voiceovers because I do not like it. But it needed one, otherwise the video would be even worse, I felt. So yeah, it was what it was. And I'm gonna have to remember to, when using, I mean, a lot of black fabric going back and forward in front of the camera. That really plays havoc when you have auto white balance on it, because it feels the color of the video changes drastically.
Yep.
And as I've said before, I'm colorblind, so going in and color correcting, that's not really my forte. Then it could be whatever. So I tried to adjust the light balance at least, so it wasn't too bad, or just take out some of the clips because it didn't work.
Can you lock the white balance on your camera?
Maybe. I mean, usually it's not a problem, because usually it doesn't change that drastically.
I think it's in Photoshop, the software they use to import raw images from your camera. They had a very nice tool where you had like the dropper tool to take colors off of pictures. They had something similar, so you could just place it in the picture and you can say, this is white. And then it would correct everything. And I miss that so I've been Googling color correction in DaVinci Resolve, and it's a powerful tool, but like, yeah, you have to go here and then you choose this and you have all the lines and then you have to drag and do this and do this. No, I would like to be able to use a dropper tool and just in the video, because there is always an A4 paper somewhere in some of my videos, and just like that is the white you're going to use for all these clips, and it would fix it.
I think they have something like that. At least I've fiddled around with a lot of stuff. I don't really know when and where. There was that kind of dropper, but I did not have a good white reference for that, because that really messed up the entire thing. So yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna. Next time I have this problem, maybe I just shift the entire video to black and white instead to be rid of the problem.
If in doubt, monochrome.
Yes. Yes. But I don't know if it was the video being substandard, or it's the summertime and no one's watching YouTube, because performance is as expected. But hey ho, it is what it is. And I mean, sometimes you just need to get stuff out.
Yeah, just keep the account alive, really, isn't it? Sometimes.
My ambitions are a bit above keeping it alive, but yeah.
Oh, I know I've definitely put out stuff, especially on Instagram before, when it's just like, I just need to put something up. Anything. Don't really care.
Yeah, I really wanted to get this one out because we went on vacation to Estonia. Just after I published that. So and it came back today at lunchtime. So I'm a bit. If I seem less coherent than usual, it's because of that. Because we're traveling by boat over the sea and that sort of thing. But it was a really nice day in Estonia. We visited the Seaplane Harbour, as it's called. That as a museum for the brief point in history where the Estonia had its own national army, more or less between the world wars, because they were liberated in 1920, I think. And then when the Nazis occupied, the Russians came and liberated them into the Soviet Union.
You got saved by the Soviet Union. Oh, by
Yeah.
the way.
So, someone has a liberal take on the actual word liberation.
Yes, very much so. But they had a submarine from World War II that you actually could go down in and look at, which was really nice, especially after seeing Das Boot, because they're more or less the same kind of thing. So that was fun running around, and they had an icebreaker that was 112 years old, I think. Big steam, and it's more or less, I mean, two big steam engines, one for the forward parts and one for the aft. So that was really cool as well. So you can walk through the engine parts more or less.
Wow.
So that was nice. And what was that? Kiek in the Kiek, as it was called, which translates to a view into the kitchen. For I do not know why. That's an old fortification because they apparently have troubles with people wanting to invade them since forever, because that's the late 1400s. And that was really impressive, strongly built, because I mean everyone around there apparently has tried to invade them, from the Danes, the Swedes, the Finns, the Russians, everyone, and they have stood against most of them. So that's rather impressive.
I mean, historically, it's bad for a nation to be between another nation and the coastline. Historically, that's a bad place to be. And as Norwegians, we know all about that, don't we? Sweden.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think Tallinn, the capital of Estonia, was really big trading center for a long time. So it was more or less the trading union, whatever you can call them, that built up everything. Because we need some civil defense. Well, we'll take care of something. Well, we need a police force. Well, we take care of it. We need a fire brigade. Well, we take care of it. So everything was built around that.
Yeah.
And as always, it's a lot of walking. We averaged, for the 4 days we were there, I averaged 16,500 steps every day. So you can imagine what the kids were, how many steps they were taking, because they're don't have my stride yet.
I was going to say the stride to stride ratio there is probably 1.7 or something. So yeah.
Something
I was going
like
to go.
that.
It's about 4-1, isn't it?
That's somewhere in between that, perhaps. So yeah. So it was fun to get around, but I am so fed up with fried food because the kids are picky and they always end up eating burgers and
Oh, yeah.
fried chicken and that sort of thing. So
Go on, push the boats out. Try something new. Have a vegetable.
if only. So yeah, no more making done, but I've been itching in the fingers, and I've been doing some sneaky editing in the late evenings when the kids are asleep and you can't really do anything else in the hotel room. So a lot of silent editing, so to say, without without any listening to any sounds in the video, just going by feel. So I have one video that is roughly done, but that's a video for accompanying a different build that I haven't started with, so that's going to go in storage for later. And I have one video that is more or less edited, that just need to do the final things on. And then I have a project that I have to start and finish before this month, because it's another challenge thing that I've promised myself I do, because I like to set deadlines for myself. So I'll be keeping busy.
Good stuff.
Well, we haven't seen that yet, but it is stuff. I can guarantee that.
All right, just stuff then. Stuff. Yep. Tomorrow I need to, because I just abandoned the garage after I did the final building shots of the cart. So tomorrow I need to go and have a bit of a tidy up, put things back where they should be, and sweep the floors, dust everything down. Fire up the compressor and blast all the dust out the front door. Make it a nice, clean-ish space. Although technically the next project I've got to do is service the car, so I've got to make sure that nothing is in the way that's going to get covered in oily old bits.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Saturday. Saturday looks like it's going to be cooling down a fair amount. So Saturday looks like a good day to be scrubbing around under cars, changing oil filters.
It sounds like you're really looking forward to it.
I'm not looking forward to it, but it's one of those things. It's like brushing the teeth or vacuuming the carpets. No one enjoys these things, but they've just got to be done.
It's nice to have it done, yeah, but it's not fun doing it. That's true.
No. Yeah, and I've been putting it off because it was either raining all the time, and no one wants to do it when it's raining, and then we had a heat wave, and then we had another heat wave, and now we're in the third heat wave. And so there's this small window this weekend where they say that the heat's going off, but the rain isn't quite coming yet. So I think that's perfect. That's when this is going to get done.
The Goldilocks spot.
The Goldilocks spot where it's dry, but it's not blazing heat. So that'll get done. And then it's probably onto the shelves, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
But I still haven't sold the chair, which is in the way of that chair there, which you can see on the camera for the listener at home. That's the chair.
Even if it's out of focus, I can see the chair.
Yeah. So that needs to go away. So when you're on holiday, you have all these plans, and then you just end up doing a tiny fraction of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to decorate this room. Didn't happen.
I mean, it's important for me, at least, to prioritize my goals in primary, secondary, and bonus objectives. So I feel like, yeah, I've only done a fraction, but I've done the important parts.
Yeah.
If there are any important stuff, that is.
Yeah, I definitely said this holiday I would go and get my old man from the funeral home because he's still in a cardboard tube on the shelf.
Oh, God damn it!
I still haven't done it.
Oh, I did not think that was okay. Fine.
He'll be fine for another 6 months. I'll definitely get him by Christmas.
Didn't we talk about what you could put in that office box build of yours to put people off? I mean, if you had to earn, that would be like, oh.
Well, better leave this alone. Unless some nosy Parker goes, "What's in here?"
Does that come in a box that anyway with like the stamp of the funeral thing? So it, because then you can put other stuff in that box and have people leave it alone.
I know. Well, apparently it's like a cardboard tube, unless you pay significant money for some fancy urn.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, cardboard tube, store some pencils in there as well.
I have been so, not sure if fortunate is the word to use here, but I've been in quite a few funerals where there's an urn, and some of them they're very basic, and so I am pretty sure that I, with very little effort, could make a replica in my workshop. And then, of course, you have a false bottom where you have a battery, a receiver, and a small solenoid valve. So when you put it on a shelf, you can push a button and it will fall off. And of course, you go to your fireplace and you put some ashes in, and maybe you have some bone fragments from a dead hamster you buried a few years ago, and you throw that in for good measure, and then you put it on a shelf at work, and then you're just waiting for someone to walk past it close enough, and you just press the button and it falls down and it breaks behind them, and you can see their panic, like, oh, did I brush what? And then you have a pile of ash on office carpet and the panic. It would be amazing.
I just wonder how quickly HR would come to you when the news got around that they had an urn at your workplace.
Why exactly are you storing these human remains on business premises?
I shouldn't be the only one to feel dead inside here.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful retort.
So, Haavard, if you haven't been making, what have you been doing with your time?
I'm on holiday, which means I'm tending to the kids and making their day as fulfilled as possible. So, of course, I finished the build. Is it 2 weeks ago and uploaded the video? So it's been going well, and it makes it easier not to be in the workshop. I have cleaned it up. I've started to organize things in the hardware store, so I'm now ready to start building my next project. And as a proper maker, I have procrastinated to the point where I now are in a full panic, because I've been asked to make something for a wedding in August. And I sent a message to a friend a couple of days ago that has a laser, because I would like something engraved. And of course, this is Norway, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm on holiday for the entire month, and it turns out everyone else is as well, which means I'm cutting it short to get the engraving done in August before the wedding. But luckily, I got all the parts. They are now in my workshop, and I'm constantly sketching. So I have a plan, but it's going to be not touch and go. But the next project on my list, it's not a YouTube project, but it is one that very much needs to be done. So to cope with that, I'm doing even more procrastinating. So of course the oldest is now in Austria, and that means that I had to take the youngest one on a trip so she doesn't feel left out. So we went to Trondheim to visit my mother. So we have been walking around here, and we also spent the summer. We've been to 2 large amusement parks so far. We're planning for a third. I have realized I'm too old to roller coaster. Um, I knew that when I entered my 30s, I could not take the spinny things anymore, because if I turn around my own axis more than twice, I get nauseous for the rest of the day. But now it turns out I can't take roller coasters just going fast and turning and looping or whatever. So that happened somewhere between 40 and 44. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of things with the kid and learning a lot about myself. Mostly that I'm getting older, and it's harder to keep up with people under 10 was basically if they swallow a fly, they have energy like a nuclear reactor for the next 14 days. So it's. But luckily, the temperature is on its way down. Today we had, I think it was 15 degrees or something, and it was lovely. Of course, Trondheim is in the middle of Norway, so they're not blessed with too much heat waves usually. So I was the only one walking around in the city today with shorts and bare feet in my shoes. Everyone else was wearing puffy jackets and thinking it was a bit nippy, and I was like, oh, this is bliss. So that's what I've been doing. And of course, when you are deprived of your workshop as a maker, you compensate by buying stuff. So I've ordered a battery. I think it's an 80-watt battery lamp with diffuser box for my workshop. So I'm gonna sort my lighting out. Have to learn how to use it, and I also bought a bigger handle to my camera rig because the one I have after I mounted the lights and microphones and so to it, it's really no room left for my hand to move it around. So I bought a bigger one with getting an external monitor.
Nice.
But I haven't ordered the monitor. That's for next month. I can't order too much stuff simultaneously because then I won't learn any of them good enough. So that's a plan. And I don't remember what the channel is called, OSHA something. He's a maker. He made his own camera rig.
Evan Monsma.
Yes, and with the battery pack and the mounts for that, I really like that setup. So I'm going to mimic that somewhat. So
that looked really good. So I see why. Can see why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the plan. So I'm gonna learn how to use that basically while I'm making that wedding gift without the pressure of that actually being a video I need to put out, so I can learn and fail on that. Because of course, when you're adding more stuff to your rig, there are more batteries to remember to be charged and things that need to be powered on and connected in the right order. So yeah, I'm gonna learn the hard way without having the consequences of it being a lost video. So
Yeah, I discovered that some of my stuff just didn't have any voiceover on it because the battery on my microphone had died, and because it's one of these tiny little DJI ones, there's no battery monitor on it.
no.
There's no way of knowing. Apparently, I would have missed the green light blinking, indicating that the battery was getting low, but I didn't see that. So, never mind.
Yeah, that always feels. Yeah, I couldn't take that stress level of having to keep track of that. I mean, I tried for the new voice recorder I bought for the soft trousers video to do the voiceover and also use it as the microphone for the spoken parts. Not the absolute first clip, but everything after that. Because the absolute first clip I filmed in February, I think. But then everything else I filmed now, and I just had that voice recorder, use it as a handheld microphone, more or less,
No.
and that recorded it separately. And then I have the audio from the camera as well to sync it up to. And if it would fail, I would notice it because I'm looking at it and seeing that it's actually recording.
Yeah.
And if it would be bad, then I can always use the camera audio if I can't re-record anything. So that's suspenders and belt and everything. That's the only way I can function.
Yes, we've got a fail-safe, but what about the fail-safe's fail-safe?
Yeah. The N-1 criteria. You have to be able to lose one important part, and everything will still work.
That's the absolute antithesis to my attitude. When we used to do overhead projector installs, you'd have the bracket on the wall, and then the arm that would come out, and then you'd hang the projector from that, and all the cables would go in the tray on top.
Yeah.
And my boss would always go, Did you put all the security screws in? I said, no, I just put one in because it's only one that's important, and then the other four are fail safes. You only need one.
Yeah, but which one of the four?
The one that's easiest to put in.
Yeah, I do. I'm not sure if I told this story before, but of course I worked as a light and audio technician on a couple of shows, and when I did the lighting, this was before LEDs, so you had like 1,000 watts buckets basically that you put up on a rig. So you put them on an overhead rig, and then you hoist them up until the audience can't see them anymore, and you look at the light pattern on the stage. All right, this needs to be adjusted a few degrees, and then you take it down again. Of course, so you take it down, do some adjustments, and then you go to the light table and see that everything works and so on. And then, of course, someone started talking to me, and they're like, "All right, just man, it smells funny here." After a few minutes, because they use a special type of shellac on the floor of the stage, which is really durable but also very flammable. And when you have these 1,000 watt buckets that are set with a focal view that they're supposed to be up under the ceiling, there were smoking spots on the floor. So if I had to leave for 5 minutes there, I would probably have torched the building down, which is not good, but you learn. And so, of course, put the safety wires on, and then don't leave them on too close to the floor. Now, of course, we this was just like a small venue, and some of the equipment was borrowed, some of it was old, and it's something that everybody in the municipality can borrow for certain events. So I found that 1/3 of all the safety harnesses and whatnot for all the lighting rigs and so on, that it was lost. So I had to go to the hardware store and get wire and wire crimps and make new ones. But they're probably lost again now. This is 15 years ago. So
Yeah, I've got a bunch of those in my garage. Again, found in the skip when they changed all their when the Fiesta changed all their lighting over from those 1,000 watt Fresnel lensed beasts. They just shut the whole lot out. I could have had some of those lamps, but realistically, what am I going to do with those?
yeah,
But
I as we talked about a few episodes ago, of course, I'm doing this building a huge guitar pedal build, and you need to scale everything up. And I would like to scale up. I mean, all the knobs and everything I can do in the 3D printer. But the one thing that's very hard to scale is the enclosure that you have the LED on lamp in, because it's a casted plastic thing, but it has a dome and it looked like a Fresnel lens. But 3D printing that in something that is see-through, it's rather hard. But I found that someone who sells them at relatively, I mean, you can get them down to 60 millimeter diameter, but a proper Fresnel lens for £5. It's cheap. And then I thought, at that size, I could get 4, and I need a motor and a lamp, and then I can make a miniature lighthouse with a fully rotating Fresnel lens setup, because that looks really cool. But the thing is, do I want that? I mean, having a rotating light in your living room, kind of
Could be annoying.
annoying. I could put it out in the yard, but then the neighbors might find it annoying that we have this light that intermittently just blast lights towards their house. Because they are proper Fresnel lenses, so they will actually direct the light. So, I mean, you can't let details like that bog you down, neighbors and such. So,
Just find a really important signal and connect it to that, so then you really notice when you got a package. Woo, woo, woo. Search lights on.
yeah, and an air ride siren, like,
New subscriber.
You can let the whole town know.
yeah. And where should you put it? On the roof of the house, obviously. So
Looking forward to seeing that video.
it made the list, but it's a bit down the list. I had an idea many years ago. I would like to get the Norwegian telephone box. It has a very 70s design, so it's not as elegant as the one that you have in Britain, but I really like it. And the problem is, the few of them who are remaining are now protected, and the few that are in circulations, you can get a rusted out one for 6 to 10,000 pounds, which is it's out of the question, and still I would have to have it outside somewhere. But at some point I really want to to make one. And then here the other day we went through a food market, and they had a replica of an old British one, but it was half the size, and it just had half the depth because it was mounted to a wall, and it was like a cupboard or a bookshelf. And the triggering thing there is that my wife said, "Oh, that was cool. Can't you make us one?" So that's a carte blanche. I can actually make something and put it inside our house. And then instead of having a big full size one, which I also thought about building, I can now make a smaller one, which is also very much easier because I can make it on the CNC with all the details and so on, and then we can have a fully functioning bookshelf. So that is something that I'm bumping up, and I'm a bit of a roll on boxy videos, and this is relatively square, so it's a box, and I have a plan for a philosophical intro that I have been saving up for how the telephone changed the world, and what can you use telephone boxes for now, and so on. So it's a good segue. So that has now been bumped up on the list. And of course, since it's a shelf, you need a red rotary phone in there, and that needs to be connected to something. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but yeah. So there is a project coming up soon-ish.
Nice.
That could be nice.
Yeah. A lot of our phone boxes, because everyone's got a mobile phone now. So a lot of the ones from the 70s onwards, the ones which were just the big panes of glass, and the ones which are just composite, a lot of those are disappearing.
Yeah.
And I see that in a lot of sort of small villages, a lot of them have had defibrillators put in them.
Yeah.
Like portable defibrillators, and some have been turned into little community libraries, like free
Yeah,
lending libraries.
that's the thing here.
Yeah, which is I think it's good. Until some local intelligentsia come along and set fire to it or
take a
piss on
piss
it
in
or-
it.
Yeah, but you've got to do what you can.
Where was I going with this? Yes, I've got an email, and it's the first one of this kind, and it was from PCB Way. They have stumbled over my channel and they sent an email, and it feels a bit like it's written by, if not AI, but some bot that has been scourging. But they have been following up, and of course I've been checking around, and it seems genuine. And I always sort of PCB way of doing basically electronics and whatnot, which is something I need at some point. But it turns out they also do machining and sheet metal fabricating and whatnot. And on these, I did not have a project for that. So, of course, I don't want to reply to them that, yes, we can do something. And then I have to think of a project just to make that. But then I realized for the Norwegian phone booth, it has a very slight diamond shaped top hat. And of course, I don't have the tools for bending sheet metal. Of course, I could make a template and hammer it and use a lot of Bondo. But I'm going to look into if PCBWay actually have the tooling that they can make this one in, so I can just make it as a 3D model and send it to them and have them to cut it out and bend it into shape and then ship it to me, because then this build is getting a lot easier. But it takes the challenge out, because I like metal work, so I always wanted to get like a small sheet metal bender, the table size, to do like 0.5 millimeter sheet metal and break it myself. But we'll see. I'll send them an email next week and say I've been on a holiday. What's up?
Yeah, PCB or one of those that actually could be useful for a project with what they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. I got a random email from someone promoting a laser cutter. Do you want to try our laser cutter?
That's
And I looked at it and I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I went back to it a day later, looked at it, and obviously enough people have reported it as phishing that it now comes up as
yeah.
phishing scam. Good thing I didn't reply to that then.
Oh yeah.
But it would be cool to reply to them, and then you get a deal on something, that, yeah, we can either give you this, or at a discount you can get this, and then you can say, oh, cool, and then I also have Mellow Labs code here for 30%. Can you add that on top? Because makers talk among each other. I saw his last video, and he's cooperating with PCBWay, and I think he had, like, if you use Mellow Labs code for something, you get 30% off your first purchase. So
It seems like a hassle to work with stuff, but still it could. I mean, for some things like PCB and that sort of thing, it can be good to be paid in product, because they make then that feels easier at least. Because
the problem is that then you have a deadline, and they might have a say in the video. I don't
yes,
care. I don't care as much about that. But the problem is, one is the deadline, and they must realize I have 4,200 subscribers, and my videos are usually in a couple of hundred views. So I'm not sure what they expect they're going to get out of this. I have to be real with them. It's not going to generate a lot of exposure for them or revenue. So
Some's better than none.
yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, if you send them off one little job and they've got all the tooling and now some wherewithal to do it, and they can pop it out at some point in the future, I can't imagine it'll be a very fast turnaround, unless of course you pay for it.
yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, I guess they have their big factories somewhere in China. I'm betting, and they just, as you say. I mean, if the machines stand still, they're not making any money at all. So just having one extra thing to do, just slot it into the paid jobs. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter to them. It keeps the machine running, so to say. So you're probably not a cost to them, really, unless you want something extremely, extremely complicated.
Oh, yeah.
You might
Well,
not get that.
Yeah, that's good. We have a local company where I'm from that makes windows, and we needed to change all the windows on the house, and we said, give us a good deal. We are in no rush. So if you have seasonal variations and when you need to make stuff, you can make these in a low period, and they were grateful about that. So they gave us a decent price because they have highs and lows because it follows the building market. So in the summertime it's crazy because all the building projects needs to be completed, but in the wintertime they have slots, but they have the people on the payroll. So then if they can make a special set of windows for a house, it's like it's still money. We have to keep the people in every day. So
Yeah. That's a good way to think about
you should run a company.
it. Oh, that sounds like work.
Yeah. That's the problem though by running a company. It usually entails a lot of work. That's
You want to skip all the work and just go straight to the bit where you don't know what your business does, as long as it keeps funding your yacht.
You're having fun every day and money just appears.
Yeah.
yes.
That's what you want.
You, you have someone that calls you once a week to just, the business is booming. Enjoy your yacht. And yeah, fine, I will.
Should we call this the Bruce Wayne approach? You just someone is running Wayne Enterprises and you're just running around playing Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That works.
that's the thing though. I don't. What's it called? It's not the butler, but it's in one of the Bruce Wayne movies. It's the one who runs the skunk works of Bruce Wayne Enterprises. That's the. I don't want to
That's a
run.
job you want.
Yes, I don't want to run around being Batman. I want to just be there building the toys.
Who's the owner? Well, he's off in the R&D department somewhere.
Yeah.
He's tinkering in a corner. We don't really pay much attention to him. He's happy. We get to do what we want.
I don't remember what TV show this was, but there was a guy. People did not understand what he did. He was just working at his computer, and then people they kind of get annoyed because, well, we are doing all this work, and what is he doing? We don't really know, and he's not talking to any one of us. And it turns out it's the owner who owns there's a $1 billion company or something like that. But he just like, I don't want to be in board meetings and whatnot, so I just want to work on code on the main system, and nobody really knew what he was doing because he was working on the back end of all the systems and whatnot. I want to be that in the company. It's like the one that people. I mean, he just comes and goes, and he's the R&D. Nobody knows what he does. He has his own rooms, a lot of tools. We don't know what he does. And then, oh yeah, that's the owner.
Occasionally seen pushing a cart full of plywood or interesting looking old computer equipment out to the car.
Yeah.
He's just stealing from the company. He's taking stuff left and right. Yeah, it's his stuff.
Yeah. You could, or how would your calendar look in a role like that? On Monday from 8 to lunch, online marketplace. Tuesday afternoon, skip run. Yes, sure. It's a $1 million company, but yeah, we need parts. I'm off to the skip because that's where you get the great ideas and good deals.
I mean, that's the once again the blank page. What is it called? If you can do anything, you're not doing anything. If you can do whatever, you're not doing anything. So you need some kind of restraints, and just go dumpster driving for parts. That's one way of
Yeah.
making inspiration strike.
And the problem today with these recycling plants is they don't allow people to dumpster dive anymore. Also
Yeah.
because they are operating heavy machinery and sometimes they are compacting the contents of containers to make room for others. And if people are crawling looking for gold at the bottom of that, it's very hard being compressed by a huge excavator. But of course, I would see myself then, and people are like, "Can we go dumpster diving here?" I've seen something that no. But how about that guy? And they would see me like a ballet dancer on top of the containers, and oh yeah, he owns the recycling plant. So of course, I would go dumpster diving, but I would also own the place.
And sometimes you go to the tip and you just see all this wonderful stuff. That's like, why would anyone throw that away? Because they're just normal people who have normal lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when something is broken, they just throw it away. And I swear there must be some sort of part of the brain with us lot which looks at something and goes, yes, this can't be its original thing anymore, but it could be something else.
Yeah. I'm really happy the times I go to the skip and look in the metal container, and I can't see anything that sparks that. That gives me inner peace, because no one has thrown anything nice away today. At least not that I can see.
Yeah. But a question to you then. I don't remember what it was called. I think Phil was close to remembering what it was called a few episodes ago, where you give personal traits to inanimate objects, metamorphism or something like that. And is that more found amongst makers? Because we also see potential in stuff, as you said. This can't be a lamp anymore, but it can be a plunger, and you see potential in things. Are you then also more likely to see personal traits in stuff, or
So anthropomorphizing, and also maybe.
because I don't have it. I'm not struck hard by it, but I mean I can't toss a teddy bear in a grinder at a skip. I have to put it down like, all right, sit here and relax, and like it's like being nice to AI and saying thank you, because one day the Furbies will revolt against humankind, and then he was nice. He set me on the lower shelf where a kid can get me and bring me home.
Look away while I shoot you in the head.
Yeah. Oh, what's that novel again? Of Mice and Men. John Steinbeck, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lenny.
Look over there, Lenny.
This went darker than usual.
It went dark and sad in a flick of a switch.
Do you think this would be a suitable point to segue into a half pint? Talking about asking people to look away whilst you shoot them in the back of the head.
I don't think we can save this, so we better just cut it.
We're past the point of no return. And on that note, thank you for listening to episode 150.
No. Yeah, and yes, also yes, but this is just.
We haven't finished.
This is just for you, but in that awkward silence, instead of you pitching in and saying thank you, just end the episode with a gunshot and then silence.
And it was episode 149.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought. Oh yeah, no, yeah. That's the whole reason we have the pod note system, isn't it?
It's part reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. To not only which episode it is, but also who's doing the edit.
But that's really the important part. The left hand.
Yeah.
What's on the right hand? Who cares?
Would have helped if I'd looked at it beforehand. Well, thank you for listening to episode 149. No one got shot in the back of the head. Probably.
Just look over there.
Yeah.
There's some nice flowers, aren't they? Why don't you bend down and give them a sniff?